I suppose we will do a fresh run. If we're gonna run through the whole place anyway, we may as well do a fresh run, right?
Charge!
So don't forget the guy. When you're strong enough to rolling slam and get the bone shatter immediately, you can just 1-2 tap. Some good tips. That guy, oh boy, hold up. That guy is a rare, and we need to run away for a second. Just for a moment. Just for a sec. Donk. Alright. Donked them. Practicing our slams. Yeah, that's what we're gonna... This is like a very experimental idea of the Flame Bringer. The only thing that's... well, not the only thing, but one thing that's weird is like if we were gonna do flame stuff, we could do the Magma Balls attack. But I don't think that's gonna be good with Warbringer because I want to block. And that ability is definitely a dual wield ability. It throws like way more balls that way. But I think perfect striking is good. And we could always do the like the fire conversion on this guy if we wanted to. Let's try that out. Which was something I wanted to do anyway. I think it works really well with the Titan. But I might try it as a Warbringer anyway, just for fun. We're staying in blood too much. The 1-2 taparoo right there, boys. The 1-2 taparoo. Dink. That ring though. I think also if it makes my fire damage do more than whenever we do our Warcry spam, that could make it do big damn. But we likely will do some kind of like corrupting cry kind of deal, right? Just because if we can spam war cries, which I think that's kind of where I'm headed. I think we'll do block and war cry, kind of see how that feels. Do big damn. Where are you going, buddy? The 1-2 taparoo technique. So for a little while we were using Earthquake. Then we were having to do the full rolling slam. But now we're able to just one tick rolling slam into bone shatter. But it's always like finding out how to set up a bone shatter basically the whole time. This character has been for early warrior leveling. Pretty safe. Pretty strong. Been digging it. Could even put bone shatter with execute so that you do more damage to enemies that are low health, even if they're not like, you know, primed for stun. Just to whack them anyway. Fairly ethical character so far, though. Magma shield incoming? I don't know if I'm gonna go that route. That's another thing that you could do, though, for sure, because he is like a fire guy. But I don't know about magma shield. I don't know if that's a button that I'm like excited to press, but maybe that is a good way to get endurance charges. But what are endurance charges gonna do for me if I like already have infinite like shouts, right? Not sure. Look at the hardcore. Thanks, man. Yeah, we're just gonna have some fun with it. Always in the top floor, but like where?
Time is nigh.
Oh, we just kind of take a little look at this guy, huh?
That's him. One of us will not leave this manor alive.
Take a little look. And Candlemass some other place. Bajheera is not SSF friendly at all. No. Yeah, there's a parry build, right? I think I'm more interested in Perfect Strike. Like it's like my main thing that I'm doing. And then we'll do some kind of slamming or something like that. Not that kind of Perfect Strike. That was my brain taking over for wanting to press rolling slam. I think it's going to be a lot of that. But another thing is we are sort of getting ahead of ourselves. Hardcore SSF 4th Ascendancy is going to be like really hard to do anyway, so we can kind of plan on the first two, right? And the first two Ascendancy points being the big block is probably the best. We need to kill Geonor. Like, we're getting way ahead of ourselves. So we're just gonna play the character and have some fun. We are getting way ahead of ourselves even thinking about ascendancies at all, I think. So we don't want to go down to the stairs yet. Gotta go find this dude. Stun threshold? Do you need more than 100%? I don't know, it depends. The red frame on the W means that it's ancestrally boosted. So it will do a heavier hit. And have a little bit more AoE. Alright, let's not die to this guy either.
First ones. What madness is this?
Just light him up. Maybe let him do his first attack. My turn. He is stunnable, but whatever. Could have bone shattered him. Just perfect strike him down. Just bonk him right up. There we go. There we go. Give me that more HP. Nice. Good call on not forgetting that guy before you fight the boss. Good call. Thanks, Dad Kev. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. It's gonna be a little adventure. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Wait, I thought... Oh, okay, so it's just plus 20 max life the first time, and then I think it's 8% the second time. I see. I see. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna have fun playing Path of Exile regardless.
I need more time.
I think it's just a matter of like what's fun for you guys to watch, you know, if it makes it like an interesting journey. But I can definitely get down with some HCSSF, because it does make it a journey, right? Like a whole like account-wide journey too, because you're like stocking up on items for your next characters. Maybe putting together some different ideas for builds. Hopefully not dying to these guys right here. Kind of biting off a pretty big pack here. Hit him with the 1-2 Taparoo though. Let's get it done. The 1-2 Taparoo. Perfect strike. We'll take the wolf boss down. That's what we're hoping for, man. That's what we're hoping for. I don't know if I'm going to be able to snag another level without another run. I don't know if another level really is that big of a deal, but let's see. Humping us up, brother. Humping us up, hitting us with it. Let's go, dude. And that's Flash A. Big flex for you. Pumps up with the sub. Thank you so much for the prime. We'll take good care of it. This is hardcore, yep. It is, so we don't really want to die. Don't really want to die. If it happens, it happens, but yeah. Don't we want to die? What we could do is just keep playing the hardcore character, no matter what. And then we could make like the guides on SSF or something like that, but we'll see. I'm just trying to figure out like what kind of like how we want to plan out the video / guide content that comes out of this. Because I don't necessarily... I guess we could kind of talk over the build once we get through Act 1. If we do get through Act 1. Take a break and talk about what we did for Act 1 setup and then progress. I know that we're here, yeah. How much cold does we have for Geonor? We have 42 right now. And then we'll put on the cold charm once we get down there.
You can rest when you're dead.
We'll see, we'll see.
Keep digging.
Yeah, we'll see. That'd be cool. If they decided to do that. Ooh. I want to tank all those little pustules. 1-2 Taparoo. Pink, pink. You want to survive? I'll put you down with a perfect strike then, bro. You'll have the honor of the perfect strike. Okay. Alright, alright. Hardest wait for the video before I start War here. Oh, yeah? Well, the video... It is definitely a very real possibility that the guides will probably take a long time because maybe we'll die here and there, and then it'll be kind of tough to tell you guys what we've done in the various acts if we were always leveling up through the acts again, but we'll see. It'll also help me have a good understanding of like what I want to do in the acts, right? If we have to go through the acts frequently, you know? But we'll see if we can take out Geonor here real quick. I'll do a quick walkthrough of our Act 1 kind of warrior setup for this particular build. This is not like a totem build. I'm not even using the totem at all. We probably should arguably at least just have the totem on my bar, but I haven't. I just don't really want to use that little toady. He's good though, he's good. It's just another button that I don't really feel like pressing though is all. Totems they're definitely good though. But I'm doing something a little bit different than I was doing before. Like I'm not using Earth, like I used Earthquake for a while, but then I sort of started to transition out of it. Still use it sometimes, like in a big room scenario. Like we could chuck a quake down here, but I think this is getting a little zesty. Back it up. You can drop a quake to like cover your exit maybe. Mostly what I'm doing though is still this. At this point, is whatever I can do to build enough stun to prime them for Earth Shatter, or not Earth Shatter, Bone Shatter, and then smack them with the Bone Shatter. That's mostly what I'm looking to do at this point, and pretty much the whole time. So for a little while it was the first tick of Earthquake would do it, but now it's like first tick of Bone Shatter can do it. But then for a little while there where we had less damage, it was like you needed both ticks of Rolling Slam to Bone Shatter. So you got to kind of be aware of that.
Yes, more. Don't stop. The beast
Okay.
hungers.
I don't think we're gonna get a level before this guy. So let's just go back and hit it. So level 17 is about, I think, where a fine place to fight this guy seems to be. Does that make sense? You could grind for level 18 if you're oh, whoa. Okay, that's kind of a big deal. So I'm losing fire res and life and armor, but look how much block chance it has on there. I think that might be worth. Maybe not against the boss. I think that's actually worth a 39% block chance shield. That's a pretty nice find right there at the buzzer. All right, for the boss. Pretty good. Pretty good. Everything else, I think can probably just get sold.
It is good to see you. Then makes I will treasure it. Be
Could probably
careful.
rock a slightly better mana flask. Drop that ring off for now, unless we wanted to roll it and see what happened. Just for fun. Intelligence and accuracy. No, I think we're okay. All right, Miss Beans, move along. Move along, sweet beans. We're just going at it with the setup we've been using. See how it goes. They hit the flute, you got plenty of time. Plenty of time. You'll shake it off. Watch some streams from yesterday with Vash Week, but you're not ready. That's funny. All right, let's see what we can do. See what we can do. Against the big boss. The big boy.
Crush them!
Did I put down a quake or did it not go off? I don't know if it went off. Okay.
Interloper has the power we need.
Let's see if we can take out Ogg. Level 17. We could have pushed for another level if we wanted to.
No noose this
I think we're okay.
I'll remove your head myself.
I think we're alright.
Nothing but a tyrant.
Liz coming in to make her move.
First ones. Easy prey. Run, little rabbit.
Oh no. Oh, good.
Oriana, open the cage. Release the beast. Give me what you promised.
I think not. I expected so much
Is he gonna
more.
phase or does he actually have to like, take a hit and die?
Weak to do the job. I'll find someone who can. Goodbye, husband.
You manipulative whore.
I'll use a pot.
How dare you abandon me?
He's pushing me around so my perfect strike isn't really working. I think he had to do his RP anyway though. I think he did. Oh my god. We're lagging? Dude? Hold on. Don't do that.
Your pulse quickens.
Alright, Lily, come on. Did you see that? That was not good, that lag.
The eternal
I think we're okay though.
pure, with bloodlust empowered, our Ezemir endured, but soon
I think we're all right.
all were devoured
That was kind of unpleasant though.
in unending war. Death waited at the door.
So this guy is like full health.
Hour by hour,
We are not.
fell as summer sour.
Like all of my perfect strikes were missing. That was not good.
I smell your blood, and I am ravenous. Freezing gale,
Okay, we gotta get out of that.
requiem on high.
Oh shoot. Wasn't really expecting to stun him there. Nice. Pretty clean. Pretty clean. Perfect strike. Bonking him down. We were lagging there for a second. We're good though. Alright. Not bad, not bad.
The madness,
Whacked him down.
it consumed my being.
Cold res came in handy. We exited the fight with full charges though, so
Used it against me.
we got him, we got him.
Beast. I found messages.
Had to wait till he was about to drop for the dodge on the little red thing. Had to dodge his frontal.
Find her.
Not standing too much ice.
Kill her
Let's get some opportunities to whack him.
first. Please
Bonk,
stop the madness. As you
bonk. Light him up. That cold res is very nice, yeah. A little exalter. Nice.
return to clear hell to me.
Nice. We chucked the exalt on this hammer, I believe. Well, actually, is it? It's already full on prefixes, but I mean, it's a pretty good piece. We may find better loot in the next zone, so I'm like a suffix. Suffixes could be good here too, though, obviously, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We did it. We did it.
Count, we can find.
You've
All
done
right.
well. But may the
Hardcore SSF Act 1 complete. All right, so should we talk about the build a little bit? Talk about the build. We'll just maybe like make a highlight, make the guide. Yeah, so we could show like the last. If you want to make the highlight, what we could do is we could show the fight, but then make the little build update here right there at the end. So here's what we're cooking with right now, boys. Now soak it in. It's going to be a lot of information. You ready for the talent build? I know it's a lot of information. Hopefully you guys can, you know, bear with me here. Well, it'll be like highlight Geonor into this, right? Into this phase too, so that people can see what's up. So this is my HCSSF warrior. We just took out Geonor, Act 1. We're about to head into Act 2. But before we do, I wanted to show you guys kind of what we were cooking with to help me progress through Act 1, which is not really too crazy of a setup at this point. It doesn't really have like a build, but we're kind of working towards a little bit of like a fire Warbringer is what I have in mind. Not sure if that's even gonna work, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. But this is what we did. We want to make sure we have enough damage, so we got to go through the damage to get some strength. I did not opt for this because my armor right now isn't that good. We just went over the top for more damage, then more damage into melee, you know, or heavy stun enemies, which is not much, but it's something. Then I came down here. I am using a one-hander and shield because we're playing hardcore. If I wasn't playing hardcore and I just wanted to do more damage, I would likely go down here into the two-hander nodes. But since we're not, we came up here into the one-handed damage nodes. Having a chance to maim is kind of cool for the slow, and then we get even a little bit of attack speed right here, which is pretty cool. And some dexterity, which comes in handy for equipping gear and accuracy and stuff. And then with my next couple points, we're probably going to end up doing damage against burning enemies, which isn't that great, but burning strikes is kind of cool. The only thing about this that I'm not so sure about is this doesn't really help me all the time. If we had a chance to ignite, then that combined with this might help me. If enemies have just get ignited from this little bit of fire damage that we do, that would be kind of cool. But I kind of want to see what this feels like early in the game. This is nice. So That's kind of cool. And maybe have a chance to ignite. The other thing, though, is that my Perfect Strike always ignites. So you could also just have this into this, but I might try this to see if I can get ignites off of the normal damage. That would be kind of cool. Just that normal damage that we do, like bone shatters and stuff. And you're going to be igniting with hammer, or sorry, with the Herald of Ash. So this also ends up being valuable, right? Because you do get ignite from... You're guaranteed to ignite on single target, and you're sort of guaranteed to ignite once you get some enemies dying to bone shatter, which you're doing a lot of. So that's what I'm thinking for the next thing, and then we'll just keep going down the tree and see what looks fun. But in terms of my skills, basically what you're doing as a sort of melee-focused warrior is trying to prime enemies for bone shatter. If you look at some of my hardcore SSF playthroughs, in the beginning, what we were mostly doing is we were earthquaking into bone shatter. Then as my damage changed, we were doing like a full rolling slam combo with overpower into a bone shatter. And then when I got a little bit more damage, we were able to just one tap rolling slam directly into a bone shatter without letting the second rolling slam go off. So that's kind of cool when you can do that. And we're doing fire damage here too, so maybe that ignites too. But anyway, with bone shatter, for rolling slam, we're doing overpower and fire infusion. For a little while, I was using mace strike. I'm not using mace strike right now, but you definitely can very early on, of course. And you can put like this kind of stuff, like instead of rolling slam, you can put that in mace strike. Because then eventually you can mace strike into bone shatters, but your mace strike will sometimes just kill the enemy, and I'd rather bone shatter. So bone shatter, we have impact shockwave to make the AoE upon heavy stun, which is like whenever you press bone shatter, if the enemy is primed for stun, it will heavy stun them. And then I also have this doing concentrated effect. It's kind of like a single target ability, so it's just more damage for free. Earthquake, I use Earthquake with fast forward to make it go off a little faster, and Fist of War to make it hit a little more AoE. Again, Earthquake early on, you're using it to prime stun. Later on, you can just kind of use it as like a set it and forget it kind of AoE that helps you in like big pack scenarios. Kind of maybe prime some enemies for stun with the explosion, just do some damage with the explosion. Kind of good for covering your tracks when you're trying to run away, right? Infernal Cry, I have this with Corrupting Cry. I'm not in love with Corrupting Cry, but I wanted to give it a try. That doesn't really feel like it does too much for me. I'd probably, when I get another support skill, I'll definitely put the Overpower, or the Empower in there to make it do more damage. Shield Charge feels really good early level, especially because we're using a shield. Good for mobility. It actually kind of is like a nice little single target damage pop that can blow up little packs. And we have that with Stomping Ground. So it triggers a shockwave when you take a step while using supported skills. Pretty cool. Perfect Strike. We have Window of Opportunity, which makes it a shorter perfect timing window, which I'm not even really sure it does do that. But then it makes it do more damage when you release it with perfect timing. And then I have the Eternal Flame on there. Supported skills have 100% increased ignite duration on enemies, but have a less chance to ignite, which isn't really a thing, right? Thank you so much, bro, Mr. Prowess. It's not really a thing because Perfect Strike always ignites. So it's like kind of like Sunder, where less chance to crit but more powerful crit. This one is less chance to ignite but more powerful ignite. Again, you're just getting it for free, so that's kind of nice. I could maybe put Conk Effect on there to make it just hit harder, and I might do that once I get more support gems and I can switch out like Bone Shatter with like Execute or something like that. I could put Conk Effect in here. We'll see. And then I'm using Herald of Ash to get that ignite for like AoE pack scenarios and just for clear. That feels pretty good. My gear, we can talk about gear just for a second. What we're cooking with in terms of my inventory is we're looking for weapons with physical damage. Added elemental damage is fine because we're doing fire, but you don't have to do fire. But you want flat fizz, adds whatever to whatever physical damage, and then percent physical damage. That's good. And then stats. On your gear, you want like resists and life when you can get it is great. We're looking for a lot of resists and life, just as always. These doesn't have life, but it has resist and added damage, which is kind of cool. Stats are great too. Resists for boots, you want resist and movement speed. And then if it has like evasion or armor or whatever, that's fine, but you mostly want resists. So I have another ring that gives me fire resist, and I might put that on here pretty soon. Even though this does give me mana and mana regen rate for the next zone, we might just keep packing on the fire resistance, right? Even more than mana. I might do that right now, just so we get a ton of fire resistance going into this next zone that I think has some fire enemies. But resists, then life, then defenses in terms of armor and stuff is what I'm mostly looking for. For most of the act, I'm running around with fire res charm. For the boss, I'm taking the cold res charm. I feel like lightning resistance may be one of the things we're going to encounter in Act 2, but that's kind of what I ended up with against the boss. We'll see if my mana situation still feels as cozy as it did before. We will see. We will see. I got you with your flex, though, bro. Big flex for you. Pumping us up. Thank you, man. More PoE 2, of course, of course. Now we're even doing a little bit of, like, warrior leveling guide series, but mixing that up with, like, a hardcore solo self-found series, right? So that's pretty much what we're doing. But yeah, for clear, you're mostly just figuring out what you can use the prime enemies for stun, and then for single target, pretty much just whacking enemies with perfect strikes. And that feels pretty dang good. You like the bash quickly? Yeah, that was fun. That's pretty much what we're rocking with in a bossing scenario. And what we can do, Lances, is we can probably even like highlight maybe that like second full run of the dungeon where we started off when we made the new instance. We killed the Candlemass, and then we killed the boss to show gameplay. But we can even show the gameplay first, and then the guide a little bit later, I guess. That would be good. But we can probably cut the thing right now. I don't know if I'm gonna use Molten Blast. I've thought about it, but I don't think Molten Blast is as good unless you dual wield. And for Warbringer, I kind of want to be having a shield on, especially for hardcore. But anyway, that's kind of the end of our Act 1 on HCSSF. That's a kind of a look at where my character was and the gameplay of it. Now we're gonna go into Act 2, and we'll keep it going. You know, we'll see how long this guy survives, and if we die, maybe we run it back again. But that's kind of the look so far. That's the warrior guide for Act 1. Time to go to Act 2. We'll see you guys there. Let's go.
The Countess has